For years, women's health has been misunderstood, clouded by stigma, misinformation, and neglect. Today, more women are finally getting the right help and answers. But beyond the city, the progress doesn't always reach everyone. This episode explores women's health in regional and rural Western Australia and what is making a difference.
There weren't that many people that were concerned about it. Nobody gave me any extraordinary advice. It was just, oh, you're feeling depressed. Okay, here's some antidepressants. Or, oh, maybe you should go on hormone replacement. It was mainly me that instigated things like blood tests.
Susan went through menopause whilst living in Dunsborough during the early to mid-2010s. Although the town is now highly populated and commercialised, it wasn't so much the case back then. Often making trips to see specialists in Perth, Susan feels the help she received in the country was nothing like what she received in the city.
Because we lived 3 hours away from Perth, you could possibly be referred to a specialist in Bunbury, but a specialist in Bunbury, you might have to wait for 6 months because they cover the whole region. So then if you had to go to Perth to perhaps find someone that could help you.
Whilst waiting lists are long to see regional doctors that specialise in women's health, there is a general reluctance for women in the regions to actually seek help. Dr. Katerina Honeysett explains more.
A woman might go to her local GP and she might know the receptionist or she might know everybody in the waiting area, and because of the stigma that exists around women's health, she might just not feel comfortable to speak about things that are private to her.
The stigma Dr. Honeysett talks about includes topics like menstruation, endometriosis, eating disorders, and reproductive health conditions, which are still being swept under the rug, increasingly causing a gender health gap.
There's actually a huge gap when it comes to gender healthcare in Australia. Men are more likely to receive pain medication, they're more likely to get referred, they're more likely to get actually testing done. Whereas, for example, women who have endometriosis, for example, it takes 7 to 10 years to get a diagnosis and about 7 different practitioners.
A state government spokesperson for Women's Minister Simone McGurk says the government is working to improve access to specialised healthcare in regional WA. They say virtual care like telehealth is helping women access appointments closer to home, removing the aspect of travel. But Dr. Honeysett says this has its pros and also cons.
Telehealth is great because you can connect with someone so easily. You'll be heaps of support that you can do with that. However, you can't physically assess a person.
This emphasises the importance of in-person care and the need for more regional women's health clinics. One in the Goldfields is already seeing strong demand and positive outcomes for local women. The Goldfields Women's Health Centre is not only providing free or subsidised services, but also working to improve health literacy. CEO Brooke Jennings explains more.
If you're going to a GP in the region who doesn't have the female-specific training, then your likelihood of getting the support you need is quite low. It's really a cross-section of society that we see here. We're kind of known that you can sit down with a doctor and they'll take your perimenopause, menopause symptoms seriously.
And sometimes being taken seriously is what makes all the difference, because for many women, that's where real change begins. My name is Isla Tomlinson.